AyoGG, welcome to a new episode of the AyoGG podcast in the Girls Planet 999 special version. And today we are talking about episode 11 of Girls Planet 999. And with we, I mean once again not myself but also my friend Payne. Hello.
Hello.
And today's episode was once again completely reserved for destroying all our hopes and dreams because it was time to kick out some girls of the competition. It was an elimination episode, and yeah, if this episode was equally hurting as the last one, we will find out as long as this podcast progresses. But first, how did the newest episode 11 of Girls Planet, start exactly? Well, it was time to check out the O.O.O missions and performances of the girls. And as always, in the beginning, we got a little distribution phase, and later on, we got, of course, a little bit insight into the practice and stuff. But let's start with the girls once again getting completely shocked as a basically empty wall is getting revealed. And this is seriously always my favorite part in the Girls Planet episode. So they really managed to do this until the very end, or almost very end. Because the wall got once again revealed, and all that we saw on it were circles. Of course, representing the O.O.Os. By the way, a little detail that I really liked is the song O.O.O over and over and over. 3 O's, and we got 3 teams performing it. It was a nice little detail, in my opinion. And the interesting thing was that the teams in which the girls would perform the Signal song were already decided beforehand. So we didn't have like a long section where they had to play a game or where they had to vote for each other. No, Jingoo was just calling them and putting them into the groups that they have been assigned to. And the interesting thing about this was, I mean, it is a mission, so what is there to win and how do you win it? It was pretty easy. If you are in a group with 9 members, which, if I not mistaken, were 2 of the groups, you were able to get 90,000 points. And if you were in a group with 8 members, you were able to win 80,000 points. So, how were you able to win? The performances were recorded and uploaded on the Mnet YouTube channel, and the I want to say national producers, the Planet Guardians. That's what we are. Were able to watch the performances, the individual fan cams, that's the most important thing, and like the fan cams. And from each of those 3 groups, the person with the most likes got the benefit in points. So, pretty straightforward. And yeah, then it was time to check out the teams and the distributions. We will talk about Team 1 the last, so let's jump right into Team 2, consisting out of Bahi, Rika, Yanning, Suyeon, Shinwei, Shana, Chaibing, Mei, and Kotone. So, this was by far the moodiest group of them all. When it was time to vote for the leader, not a single one raised their hands, so none of them wanted to have this responsibility. And in the end, I think it was Shana who requested Mei as the leader, because in the previous performance, she really liked how Mei was helping them. I think it was mainly with choreography. And so she said she wants Mei to get the leader position, and that's exactly what happens. But Mei wasn't that fond of it because she was a bit nervous since she has never been a leader before. And yeah, it we saw that. Like, you could see that she isn't exactly the most experienced one when it comes to lead other people. It got even moodier after that within the team. And yeah, then it was time for the girls to get into the practice in front of the masters. And well, what should I say? It was a complete mess. The masters were pretty pissed because the girls did not seem to be on beat at all. Like, everyone seemed to have its her own beat. They were taking wrong path while finding their new positions. They at times danced completely wrong dance moves, and the masters were especially pissed because the signal song is a song, if you all remember, that they have already performed before. So it wasn't something they had to learn completely new from the beginning. But still, the girls unfortunately managed to, yeah, in the view of the masters, mess up pretty bad. Um, and yeah, it was pretty bad, even though I did not completely understand why the masters were so extremely pissed. But I feel like in this episode, we got a lot of extreme reactions of the masters, as we will see later on. Do you have anything to add to this whole training part of Team 2?
Nope.
All right, then let's jump right into the performance of the signal song by team number 2. What did you think about it?
So, it's a really interesting team. So, we have some super different kind of yeah girls in that. Um, and I would say this is one of the pretty much most all-rounded groups or groupings, because you have like anything in this group, and super very different visual aspects as well. So I don't know, this really was interesting to see. um so first, I want to say once again, um it's pretty interesting how much I love this performance basically. um like, I don't know, it's not that the song is one of my most favorite songs, but somehow it's super enjoyable to watch the O performances over and over again. Um and yeah, of course, in that team, we have girls like Suyeon and Mei, where I'm such a huge fan of, Shana as well. And I don't need to tell you something about Shana. I mean, you feel it as well. So, some super nice goes there in it. And yeah, it was a super stable performance. But some of the facial expressions, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but somewhere a bit out of. I don't know. I remember especially once um that was Pahi was there in the center or something like that. So Hünning, Miss Hünning, and I don't know what her facial expression as example there was, but was totally, I don't know. I'm still. I still have it in my mind, and that was super confusing.
This is something you
But
can see in most of the performances of her. Facial expressions aren't exactly her strong side.
mhm. Okay, yeah, that actually could be. Um, and yeah, um, I mean, we had May a few times in the center, and I still say she having her in the center is something very cool. Cause of call, of call, let's go, of call, of course. She's very huge compared to the other ones. So it is something if she's in the center, cause yeah, it just fits the concept if she's in the middle and stuff like that. So as the biggest of them, and yeah, so I really love the performance overall. I would say voice wise, it's not that I have a complaint about the singing at all, but I guess it's a bit the combination of the voices. Because, as I said, you have very different girls in that, and it's not something very bad, but it really felt like not as a group, basically. It really felt like uh, super many yeah, like solo parts and not combined to one song as a group. It was super. I don't know. So voice wise or singing wise, it was like one is singing and it breaks to another one and it breaks to another one and it breaks to another one. Cause they sing so different, and that was something. Yeah, I could see in this group as well. So yeah, I still enjoyed it as a performance, but I guess if I'm just would just listen to it, I wouldn't be that yeah, that it wouldn't be that enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I did not really enjoy the performance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Especially because of the voices. The thing is, when it was about the harmonizations, then it was pretty solid in my opinion. Then they managed to blend in their voices relatively well. But as soon as it was, you have one singer, then the next one, then the next one, like the solo parts, this did not work at all. There was the voices were all over the place. You did not feel it did not feel like they were singing the same song at times. Yeah, performance was overall good, but yeah, um, the voices really made it not really enjoyable for me, this whole performance. I was quite disappointed by most of them. Um, Someone I want to say who I really enjoyed is Shana. I really enjoyed the way she was singing her parts. But yeah, unfortunately, she was also not able to like really blend in with the others. I don't know if was like her fault, or I guess this is like the fault of everyone that they did not. I don't know if they did not pay attention to how the person before them and after them sounds like, or if they just didn't care or something like this. But this just made this whole performance feel really out of place, and yeah, so I can't really say that I enjoyed to listen to it. Um, Positive things I want to point out are Yanning's pigtails, adorable as fuck. Really love that, and I also wrote down Shana Cutie Overload, because her facial expressions were to die for. They're just when she is jumping around, smiling a bit, your heart is just melting on the spot. It was absolutely adorable. But yeah, vocal wise, definitely one of the weakest performances of the show. Next up, we have team number 3, the self proclaimed team Visual. I think Wen She was the one who started
Yeah.
this. And the members of this team are Yoongun, Boda, Mia, Wenche, Xingyu, Manami, Ruan, and Shin Wei. So, what I wrote down is too much happiness. They were so happy the whole time. Like the second, every time a new member joined the group, they were completely hyper and happy and everything was great. Why is it too much happiness? Because if there's too much happiness, there's no drama. And drama is what Mnet wants, guys. We know that. Um, and we kind of, yeah, we learned it later on. We had the killing part was distributed to Manami. Interesting thing was they asked who wants to be main vocal, Bora raised her hand, and everyone else was like, okay, yeah, take it. I'm not even going to try, okay? You're doing it, absolutely no discussions whatsoever. Understandable in a way, but still, I would have liked to have some kind of passion from the others to at least try to also become the main vocal. Also, Bora was once again the leader of the group, which is no surprise, since we learned by now that Bora is probably the best leader of the show. I'd say she's the best leader from everything that we've seen until now. And they absolutely had a shitload of fun while practicing. They were loud, they were hyper, they smiled the whole time through. They were also goofing around a bit, but not in a way that it would like distract them from practicing seriously, but more like it was boosting them to practice more diligently. I also wrote down their scream, vitamin, vitamin fighting, which sums it up pretty well. And also interesting is that we already saw that in the training they developed own little custom moves for their solo parts, like little heart signs and stuff like this, to give this performance their own individual spin. And if there is no drama within the group that Mnet can build on, they need to have some drama from the masters, of course. So this is something I absolutely, once again, don't understand. One of the masters started to suddenly cry when she saw that performance, and I admit that it was a good training performance that they have shown. But neither the performance nor the song itself is something to cry about. Like, what the hell was going on there? This was. I wrote down, this feels completely staged. The way she suddenly started to press out tears of her eyes to make all of this really seriously more dramatic. For me, it felt the whole time like Mnet was sitting there. Okay, they were way too good. We have absolutely nothing for them. Come on, give us something. We need some emotions here. And, okay, I do it. This was such a beautiful. And I didn't get it. What about you?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, same. As I said, I'm a pretty emotional person if it comes to stuff like that. So I can understand, I don't know, crying to some series or film stuff like that. I'm not complaining about shit like that. But in that situation, I can't even understand a little bit of it.
The
I
thing
mean,
is,
even
and continue.
even if you see in that moment the passion of the girls and you see they don't want to die or something like that, what that wasn't the case, by the way, because they were so freaking happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was not about their drama or stuff like that, and they already performed the song. It's not that they achieved something world breaking in that moment. So what is the reason to get teary there?
The thing is, I would have understood if it would have been something like in season 1, where you had, for example, Soye in the beginning, someone who simply couldn't do either dancing nor singing. And then shortly before the finale, you see this girl, the development of this girl standing in front of you, performing super, super well in the training, and then you're starting to get teary eyed, just like in season 1. Then I would have
Yeah.
understood. But in
Yeah.
this team, there is no one who was like super bad in the beginning or something like this, where you can say, okay, they completely outdid themselves. They grew into I don't know what kinds of levels by now. No, they were good, but they have always been kind of good. So this was so random. But yeah, after that it was time for the performance. This time I'm going to start.
Okay.
I don't have much to say to that. All I can say is, once again, can say I enjoyed it. Because here also the vocals were really weak, even weaker than from Group 2. Because in Group 2, you had most of the times solid, like, individual skills when it comes to the singing. So if you put the voices together from Team 2, then it didn't match, but the voices themselves separated were like, okay, this is a pretty good level. For Team 3, that also wasn't the case. The voices often didn't match that well, even though I think they matched better, but only because they all were like relatively underwhelming for me. And the individual singing quality was just meh, in my opinion. Bora was really good, but this is not really a surprise here. But the rest, I don't know. I liked Jungun's rapping part that she had. Also, she had like when they were all crouching down, Jungun had this kick into the air, which was quite powerful, which was something I really enjoyed. The harmonization once again was pretty solid. When all of them were singing together, it was good. But as soon as it started to get like individual, for me, this whole performance really was breaking down, kind of. Maybe it sounds a bit more dramatic than it was, um, but yeah, I didn't enjoy it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I couldn't enjoy it as well. As you already said, the vocal wise, it was kind of nothing. It was, I wouldn't say this time it was the kind of yeah, transition from one member to another member. That was the problem. It was more like yeah, the vocal ability more than others, and that kind of, I don't know, it was, I don't know, it just sounded often not that good, and I was pretty sad about it. Of course, Bola this time couldn't show that that much. I mean, especially the song itself doesn't give any good possibilities for that. But yeah, the parts she did, she nailed it. Yeon's kick was very, very nice, and the rapping part of her as well. But at all, I have to say, when it came to the bridge of the song, Young's center there was incredible and one of the strongest things in the round, I would say. She centered the shit out of it, and that was the most yeah, rememberable thing for me. Memorable, thanks.
My pleasure.
Of course, the kick was good as well. I mean, there are a few kicks in K-pop girl groups that can do something. And first kick was super nice as well. Yeah, overall it was I don't know. Dance wise, it was good again. But that was already something we could see in this in the kind of training stuff or performing before the masters stuff. Cause yeah, they were good already. So good that I could cry. And well, yeah, it wasn't super enjoyable because it's not like I don't know. In group 2, it was like if I would just listen to it, I wouldn't enjoy it, but I could enjoy the performance overall because there was kind of 50-50 for me, vocal wise and performance wise. But here for group 3, it was kind of really distracting a bit vocal wise, and that's why I really couldn't enjoy it. Still, the part when Jonghyun did the center, and I guess there wasn't that much singing in that moment, so that was super enjoyable for me. But yeah, that was it for me.
And now let's come to team number 1. And yeah, there's a reason why we decided to talk about this team last. The members of team 1 are, and now sit down so you're not getting overwhelmed by the people that were forming this team. Yeso, Chaehyun, Yujin, Hikaru, Xiaoting, Richie, Yurina, and Dion. Whew. This is already a lineup. As we also saw later, and how Yeso was describing it, almost all the top 9s were part of this team. Overall, it was pretty obvious that the teams, the popularity of each team was shrinking with the number of Team 1, Team 2, and Team 3. Like, the most popular by far, Team 1, then the second most popular, Team 2, and the third most popular, Team 3. Yeah, we had in the practice Yeso taking a bit more, heroine role of this little segment. Because she was talking about the fact that she was not quite confident in that moment, because she was one of 2 people in this group who were not in the top 9. The rest was all top 9, which of course can be intimidating. And still, she managed to apply for the killing part. Unfortunately, she did not get it. In the end, Yujin was the one who was chosen to perform killing part, and Yurina was chosen for vocal number 1. And that was basically already it of the distribution and practice that we saw from this team. Then it was time for the actual performance. And I think one thing that I can say before you start talking about your opinion, it was definitely the best one.
It was definitely the best one. So where do I start? When it began, it was kind of it felt different. I don't know if it was kind of the sound production behind it or something else, but it sounded different. I don't know if the singing was just leiser,
More quiet.
More quiet. Yeah, so it was, I don't know, they think more quiet, or it was, I don't know what it was, but it felt different. Still, in that performance, I would say not everyone was on the same level of singing, but they sang it kind of the same level, I would say. So so I don't know, there wasn't such a big difference when you were transitioned from one member to another one, and so that sounded very, very just good for listening. Of course, it's pretty much so I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but you could look everywhere, but you could saw someone. I mean, it's basically nearly the top 9, as we already said. So yeah, you have faces you know super well, and all of them has their own skills, and yeah, of course, some of them really shine at that performance, in my opinion. But one girl I want to push a bit up, especially because I'm a bit more known for this, I guess, in this podcast, and let's see what you will add to this. But Yujin, this time showed me really something super interesting, and that's kind of it seemed like this performance was something she was kind of aiming for, cause yeah, she wanted to do something else than she did in CLC, and the O.O.O performance is kind of something she slightly aimed for, especially with the yeah, ability to use her cuteness to it, and just more the girly side. And I really enjoyed it to her in this performance, cause she killed it in my opinion. She so literally my eyes couldn't really get anywhere else most of the time. And something you or I really need to point out for her as well, where a bit of her experience shine as well, was you have in O.O.O this little bridge part where it yeah, where the music changes and everyone is going to be more serious, and how instantly she just changed, and um even changed from yeah, the more cutie girly choreo, um where you are a bit more bouncy, I would say, to this yeah, bridge part, and the body waves and all the other moves were more stronger, and the facial expression was going to be more serious. I really enjoyed this from her as well, and I don't know, that was super strong of her, in my opinion, and one of the best yeah, performances where she showed something, or kind of her best. Even if the singing was, I don't know, it's, as I said, it's super hard to um, listen sometimes to the singing there. I mean, there it was pretty okay. Still, the quality is hard to evaluate sometimes. But yeah, I wasn't really disappointed by anything. Um, so, and yeah, that was for Eugen, and of course, everyone there was super doing well. Like, I don't know, I watched this performance like 6 or 7 times. Of course, as I said, the first time or the second, and the second time, I kind of just it was kind of fan camming Eugen for me. And when I watched it more to just uh look at everyone, um, I was super happy with the performance, and it was super enjoyable. And Chen Xiaoting still looks freaking amazing, and I really saw this in this performance as well. I don't know. Somehow, after Snake, my eyes changed for her a bit. My eyes are more looking into her. That's pretty incredible. So yeah, I really love the performance. And it was a strong one.
Um, I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised about all the praising for Eugen, because the only thing I really wrote down for her is I did not really see the center, or the killing part thing. Um, I mean, it's not like she did a bad job or something like that, in my opinion. It's just she wasn't anywhere noticeable, in my opinion, for me personally. Um, there were other members that shined much more for me. Like, for example, what I was a really big fan of was Richie's rap part, because it felt like she put the most, I don't know, power, the most effort into her rapping, her voice color when she was rapping was well mixing with the overall sound of the rest of the singing. So it wasn't like, okay, cut. Here we have the rap, like in, for example, Team 3, where I also liked the rap, but there it was like a completely separate area. But here it felt like, okay, this is really part of the whole song, part of the whole experience. So this I really liked a lot. But the member that caught my eyes the most was definitely Yeso. Um, because not only was she adorable with the pigtails, once again the pigtails, maybe you see a pattern there, guys. But also I was drawn into her facial expressions. You could see that she was putting a lot of effort into this, into the way she was presenting herself in this performance. You could see the whole time the determination in her eyes. She was 100% focused, and she showed a lot, like really, really a lot of facial expressions, but it felt never um, too forced. It felt never too much, which is a problem I had multiple times in the past with other contestants. It was always um, right. It just always felt right in the moment she was in. And yeah, also shouting, amazing. Um, like this girl is center material. This is it's just the way she is performing, um, and that I can say that this has changed much just since she performed Snake. It has always been like that. That when she performed, she was always someone who was able to kind of pull you away from the other members. Like when you were looking at the other members and shouting was crossing their paths, your eyes, or at least it was for me like that, my eyes always started to follow her instantly, if I wanted or not. Like if I wanted to actually pay more attention to another member. It was never really possible when Xiaoting was part of the team. But I don't mean that in a way like she is stealing attention from the others. It's not that bad. It's more like she is adding a certain flavor to every team she is in, which is simply a quality that, yeah, absolutely showcases why she is so popular and why she is such a great center in general. But yeah, to overall, I can say to the team that this felt like they felt like a finished, like a completely ready to debut group, in my opinion. Um, not just because they blended so well together when it comes to the voices, but also just the pure, and there we are again, aura, the pure um, energy of this team. Even before they really started performing, just when they were getting into positions, sitting there waiting for the song to start, it already felt different. Like, I can understand why these people are so high in the rankings as they are. Because when you see them, they simply give off this idol vibe already. Something other people from other groups don't. And in the combination of all of those people together, this was just such a cool experience that I can say we will also talk later on about our personal top 9 for next week. But what I can say is this top 9, I would already be okay with it. It's not my dream top 9, but this is a lineup which I can like get behind, where I can be like, okay, this is really interesting, and I believe that they can do really, really, really well. I did not see many flaws in their performance at all, and the harmonization parts were really amazing. Like the chorus of this team felt exactly how I expect this song to feel and sound like. So yeah, that's why I have to say Team One. It's not really like an underdog opinion or something like this, like the exact opposite, but there is a reason for it. Team One, by far the best for me.
I mean, it's basically the team Mnet would see as well, because there are 4 Koreans, 3 Japanese, and 2 Chinese. I guess this is something what Mnet would kind of love and imagine to see. But I'm pretty sure it will turn out otherwise.
We will see. We
but
will
yeah,
see.
I would see them as a group as well, as, actually. But yeah, let's see if this will happen.
Mhm. After the girls performed the O.O.O songs, we got emotions. Guys, once again, we got the emotion train blasting right through us because the girls were standing on stage and suddenly the big screen behind them started to play videos. And what did we see? Of course, we saw Planet Guardians performing the Signal song themselves, and the girls, of course, instantly started to get emotional. There were tears, there was laugh, there was crying in the air, but Mnet was like, we got one more thing, guys, because that wasn't enough. No, after we got the performances of the Planet Guardians, we also got messages. My favorite thing in K-pop. Direct messages to people. And yeah, we got Planet Guardians speaking directly to the members standing on stage and telling them how much they like them, what they mean to them, why they like them so much, and stuff like that. And of course, you can imagine the gates were open, the flood started to crash down. Yeah, all the tears were running down the girls' cheeks. I'm known by now as being an emotional stone. What about you?
It's definitely more understandable than the thing with the masters.
What? What?
So I wouldn't 100% complain about getting teary there.
No, not about
But
getting teary. About the whole situation. That was what was for me like, ah. But yeah,
yeah. I mean,
I
yeah,
know that's a problem of me.
yeah, you focused so much on the emotional part. That's why I thought about the crying again once again.
No, the crying is understandable. That's I understand why they started to cry.
Okay. Okay. So the whole situation. um. Hmm. It's not that easy, cause I would say, it's not a favorite part for me. Yeah. For me, they could just erase it totally. All shows. I don't need it. Yeah. um. And maybe it's a bit. I don't know. I mean, is it is so Mnet wants to do this, and it is supposed to make us teary as well? That's the question. And if yes, then I don't know. I don't see the point
I
of
don't I think it's not to make us maybe partially to, of course, get the same emotion or kind of the same emotion as, but I think the main reason is to further like strengthen the bond between the Planet Guardians and the girls.
Yeah.
Like the typical K-pop thing, you want to make the fans as attached as possible to the artist. I mean, this is what K-pop has like. Yeah, what K-pop is doing more perfect than any other entertainment in the world, any other industry. Attaching the fans to the artists, and you have like basically as maybe bad as it sounds, but then you have a pretty solid and reliable source of income. It is the way it is. If the fans are attached, they buy the shit, even if maybe the music isn't hitting 100%, but
Yeah,
just
the
because
pre-order power.
the pre-order power, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not criticizing this. I'm part of the problem. I'm pre-ordering also the
Yeah,
shit out of certain
definitely.
groups, so it is working. And I'm not talking really. It's really I'm not talking bad about it. It's smart from a business point of view.
Yeah.
But I think that is like the main reason why they did it. They wanted to show, oh, you see, also for Plant Guardians, we appeared there. They spoke for us when they were talking to our favorite girl, and the girls showed that they really feel the love from the Plant Guardians, and that they feel the same way about us, and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, but in that situation, I notice they don't need to show me this. But yeah, maybe it's just for new people, or maybe some K-pop fans yeah, are likable to this kind of
I,
if
I, I
so.
don't think this is something exclusive to K-pop. This is basically a pretty old rule in TV making. Show,
Mhm.
don't tell. Like, you
Yeah,
can tell as often as possible how supportive the Planet Guardians are, how much the Planet Guardians love them, like with the voting results, like the big numbers that we see. That member got 2,100,000 blah votes. It's pretty abstract, but when you see a person directly speaking emotionally to another person, it instantly triggers more in you, and it is easier to understand the love between those two parties. So I guess it's simply this old TV rule that they're
mm,
just using to, yeah, make sure each and every one is understanding. Like in software programming, you have the DAO. In German, dümmste anzunehmende User. So in English, it would be the most stupidest possible user. Which sounds more which sounds better than it is. It simply is a way of explaining you have to make something so simple and so easy to understand that every person understands it. You know?
yeah.
And this is just the easiest way to show this to the people. That
So
there is already a bond established.
I can understand. So yeah, I can understand that point. But still, I don't need it. But that's not just for me. I guess, as I said, maybe it's for other people. But for me, I wouldn't. I don't know this. I don't need this. Um, um, but basically, what I kind of uh, or what I was thinking about right now, cause we are in the topic of being emotional and stuff, and you are being the emotional stone and stuff like that. Um, a little side fact. Um, if I would be there, I mean, okay, if this is a video, um, if it's just a video and I don't would see the faces, so it's not live, it's just a video I'm recording, and I need to tell them, yeah, the stuff that we saw from the Guardians. So if I would be in this position, maybe if it's not live, it might be another situation. But if this would be something like a live event or something like that, and I would see them and they would see me, and I would be talking about them, and I would, I don't know, pick someone of them and saying like the things what I enjoyed, and how I saw the growth and stuff like that. I'm a person, I would get teary in that situation. I can tell you. um, so if I'm so talking about something like that, and self-imagining that in the same situation, um, and especially looking at them, like I said in a live, maybe a video would be enough for that. If my imagination is just getting totally crazy. Cause I don't know, there's that's a point, I guess, where I see I'm such an emotional person, cause I can imagine me getting teary there. And imagine they are getting teary about the things I say in that situation. Jesus, that would be even more worse.
No, it's not
I
worse.
just
It's the only acceptable thing. Imagine you are there talking about your emotions and shit, and your girl is the only one that isn't crying.
yeah.
Then you fucked up.
Yeah. Then I'm fucked. Then I'm basically fucked up. Yeah.
Like I would get really like mad at myself. I like okay, I completely destroyed that moment. She was the only person that did not cry, which is also a thing when if I would be one of the girls, I would fake cry because it looks
Yeah,
much
I
better.
guess you need to. Yeah, and I guess you need to, cause as you said, if you are the girl who's the most loved from the person who did the message right now, then you need to fake cry just to let him feel, or let the person feel better.
Yeah, like they've achieved
or
something.
not worse. Yeah,
Definitely. Okay.
exactly. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I just was thinking about that. That's why I was just putting it into the
mhm.
topic.
I think I wouldn't cry.
Definitely not.
I,
Definitely not. Nope.
I
You
could
wouldn't.
fake cry. I'm actually quite good at fake crying. I don't know why, but I can do it.
Okay.
Okay, next up. It was finally time for the ranking announcement. The moment, like an hour, that we have waited for. The last elimination before the grand finale. And yeah, let's check out who made it into the group. Number 16, Huang Xingshao. Number 15, Kim Boda. Number 14, Wen She. Number 13, Huning Bahi. Number 12, Kang Yeso. Number 11, Kim Chae Hyun. Number 10, and this is something, guys, we seriously have to talk about. I'm really mad at each and every one of you, personally attacked. Number 10, Surichi. Number 9, So Young-un. Number 8, Fu Yanning. Number 7, Nonaka Shana. Number 6, Kawaguchi Yurina. Number 5, Choi Yu-jin. Number 4, Izaki Hikaru. Number 3, Sakamoto Mashido. Number 12, Kim Dayon. And pretends to be shocked. Number 1, with being number 1 in over 77 countries and had over 4 million votes, Sheng Xiaoting.
Yeah.
Number 17, and with that, barely in the surviving category, Kim Soo-yeon. And saved by the Planet Pass, our Magne, Gin Mia. Now, what exactly is there a girl you want to talk? There is. You want to talk about? Just start.
Yes.
Come on, hit us.
Yeah. So of course I'm super kinda happy about Suyeon. But still I told to you she's the last position right now, so I'm not super thinking that she's making it to
Yeah,
the top.
she is definitely in a dangerous position. I think she got 900,000 something in votes. If I'm not mistaken, she was in U Plus Mikusa, so she got a benefit, right? The 24 hours pre-end vote benefit and stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the decision was ranked about 4,000 points, so she won because of this performance win, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah, I'm a bit looking forward to it, but still. So there isn't that much for me to talk about her. I'm super happy that we can see more about her, but
I mean, it would be the plot twist of the millennium.
yeah, definitely, definitely. But I guess you have someone more to talk about. Right?
Guys, you know, I continued the stupid podcast, okay? Even after Jongmin got kicked out. I accepted it. I continued, was like, okay, okay, okay. She's gone, but okay. Now, Richie, my girl, we two will do this together. I will carry you together with the rest of the world into this freaking group. At least you have to survive. And what do I have to see? What did happen, guys? Surichi, for the first time, out of the top 9, right before the finale. Are you shitting me? Can we all take a moment and vote the shit out of her so that she gets into the freaking group? You can't do this to me. You can't kill. And yes, I'm directly talking to you who's listening to this right now. You can't kill Jongmin and Surichi, okay? You can't do this to me. Please, please, have mercy with my poor soul. If you're not Surichi main, at least vote once for her. Please, 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 please. I needed to say this. I'm sorry. If this in the end turns out as like manipulation of this whole show, I'm ready. I'm ready to accept it.
I mean,
as long as Surichi is getting into freaking group. I mean, come
yeah,
on.
I can kind of see that what you're doing right now, and I even would say, guys, of course you don't need to do this, but I mean, there are some. It's hard to say because we don't can say the last voting is a good example for the possibilities for the top 9 because we don't know if some of the girls that are pretty much on top maybe were second choices for many people. So I don't want to say so if you have someone who's pretty sure in it, you can think about your vote once again and think about like someone who could need it a bit more. So of course I would I would love to say this, but on the other side, I don't know how sure the middle of the top 9 really is.
Yeah.
Now when
Yeah.
we just have to vote one, that's the problem I have
No,
with
of
it.
course, in the end, guys, vote for whoever you want. I will just be highly disappointed in
Yeah.
you if she doesn't make it. But I mean, let's not pretend like you would care. You wouldn't care. No, but seriously, it was quite interesting how it has changed. I mean, for Surichi, we saw the trend kind of. She constantly got down in her position in the top 9, so it's not
Yep.
like this is the biggest surprise or something like this. But yeah, this is really going to be quite interesting now that we are only able to vote for one person. There could be a lot of changes within the top 9, and also the people outside of it, because yeah, as you said, how many people, for example, let's take, I don't know, let's choose Shouting, with an overwhelming gap between her and number 2, Kim Dayon. I think almost 2 million votes. It was in the end. How many of those votes were from people who said, "Yeah, she's my number 1"? maybe there were people who said like, okay, my number one is Hikaru, but Xiaoting is my number two. And maybe there were a lot of people who thought like that, and that's why Xiaoting has, additionally to the people who say, I love you the most, also the people who say, I like you like the second most. And so there could be a quite interesting shift in the finale.
Right.
I don't think that this will be like to the extent that Xiaoting is anywhere endangered for the final lineup. But it is definitely going to be interesting to see how the people choose when they are seriously forced to concentrate on one single person.
Yeah, I mean, we already had this one change where we couldn't see that much of a difference, kind of a bit. But when we had the top 3 out of every country, and now we have the first out of every country. Was it this? That was the last one, right? One out of the last one was 3.
What exactly are you referring
The
to?
voting rules.
The voting rules.
The last one, yeah.
I only listened to half of what you said, so you have to say
yeah.
again what exactly you wanted.
So what were the voting rules, or what were the rules for the last voting, or what were the? I can't remember. I'm too confused.
I think you were able to vote for 3 people, regardless of anything.
Regardless of anything. Okay, so then we had, and before that we had the one with. Oh, I can't remember it. Had we once where we need to vote for one out of each country?
I think so.
Okay.
I think the one before, yeah.
Yeah, because there was once that one. We could see a difference there. Then after we had to regardless of any country, so there wasn't that much a change to it. So yeah, we have now exactly the number 1, 2, 3 for every human being, for every Planet Guardian. Sorry, guys. I don't want to.
I mean, human being isn't wrong.
Yeah, but I don't want to take off the title. The maybe some are pretty happy about it. So I don't.
I mean, I'm constantly saying national producers. Can't get worse than that.
Well, that's something. Imagine how many people are watching this that are not we're watching produce.
Yeah, they will be really confused.
Right.
Hey, just in case, if you haven't watched Produce, but you watched Girls Planet, it's the same. Exactly the same.
So yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more of these shows, just watch the previous Produce seasons.
At least the girl group episodes, they are great. For the boys, I don't know. I didn't watch them.
The first boy season was cool because there was news. So and so I'm super it can be like Xiaoting is the number 2 or number 3 of like every human in Germany, kinda, because Germany was once her country.
We were once mentioned, and it says a lot about us that we still think about that.
Right.
That Germany was mentioned once. Like, it was a once in a lifetime experience for us.
And then we have France that got mentioned last time and 3 times before.
Yeah, freaking France.
Yeah, that's kind of. So yeah, we were once and yeah, there is something where we can see that Xiaoting is really loved nationwide, so worldwide. I'm super in my head was right now national producers. Thanks to you. That's why I said I was so fixed on
okay.
the national.
It's okay.
My head broke down. So yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I say this now pretty open. I'm voting still for Suyeon. Some of you might hate me now, cause this is super uh uh, the possibilities are very low that she's going to be in the group. So maybe some of you might think, vote for someone who needs it more and who is in the situation. But I'm still for sure. I don't want to say to myself I haven't tried it, so I'm voting for her. And so yeah, shouting as example isn't getting my vote anymore. And I was voting for her. Like, was I voting for her for the top 3? Oh, I'm thinking. I guess I wasn't. I guess you weren't as well, right?
No, because I never had the feeling like she needed it. I was all
Once again, yeah.
yeah. I was always voting for Shana, Junghoon, and Sulichi.
Yeah, I mean, we are right now talking about our votes, so feel free to vote, talk about your votes in the comments.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting. And
Yeso.
you can even
I switched between Junghoon and Yeso.
okay. So you voted both?
Yeah, sometimes.
How okay? Was that more like you wake up in the morning and were like, oh, today is a Yeso day, or oh, today is a Junghoon day, or how was it?
Yeah, well, today it was always like I was waking up and thinking, Junghoon is constantly rising. It's working well for her. Yeso. And then I voted Yeso.
Okay, it turned out like that. Well,
Yeah.
pretty interesting. But yeah, we can already switch to that. Jonghyun came into the top 9 now, right?
Yeah, she is position number 9.
And that's something
That's super cool.
Yeah. So you were wishing it, but were you expecting it?
I was kind of based on her like upwards trend and actually Surichi's downwards trend. So I kind of I can't say that this is like that it surprised me that Surichi is out of the top 9 and Junghoon is in. Yeah, I kind of expected it. Still, though, I would have wished for Surichi still being in it, but yeah, well.
Yeah, and now you're all your votes are going into Surichi, yeah? Till
I'm pumping
Friday.
Surichi. Votes out day and night.
All right. I mean, you are in a such scary situation. I mean, like I really like Junghoon as well, and I would really enjoy her into the group. But I mean, there are few girls where I am really pumped for that they are going into the group. So that's not my kind of line where I'm going to stop. So the most for me, I would say, or the top 3 I would vote where would be Suyeon, Yujin, and Surichi, and then Shana would come next. So yeah, Junghoon isn't there in the near, but I really would appreciate it if she gets into the group. But for you, it's somehow different. I guess Junghoon is in your top 4. I'm not sure.
Yeah. We will talk about that later also.
Okay.
About
Yeah.
our exact
Right.
top rankings, but our preferred lineup.
Because you're in a very harsh situation right now. Because
Yeah.
you can, so 9 you have 9 and 10 as example. So at the worst position, Even Shana at 7, and we both are not voting for Shana. That's I just want to remember you.
Yeah, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm trying. I'm working hard, but it's
And yeah, so you are voting for your 10 right now. So it might be that your votes are getting Suichi at 9, but could Yongen drop out to 10 again? So
everyone that I love could die. There could a lot of shit happening here.
Right.
I know. In the end, there will be a shitload of disappointment for me in the finale. I know it. But
Yeah,
I'm slowly preparing myself for that.
Okay. So the Jägermeister is ready.
The Jägermeister is 100% ready. Guys, if you want a Jägermeister cam, let me know. Gonna be a wild night.
And yeah.
Speaking of wild, what was quite interesting to see is Fu Yanning jumping into the top 9 to position 8. Something that I wouldn't have thought in the very beginning of the show when Mnet tried to make her the villain number 1 of the show. But she really showed the people what she's capable of, and it looks like it worked out. The people are more and more falling for her and start to become bigger and bigger fans of her. So it is really interesting that she made the cut into the Planet top 9. Really cool.
Yeah, but we are kind of the same. So we are getting more into her over and over as well. So like it's somehow working. Whatever there's happening.
I mean, I can tell you what's happening. Mnet doesn't have anything anymore that they can use to make her look like shit. So they just use the stuff that is there, and this is just her proving that she's good.
I mean, that's super weird. I mean, I don't know if there is any still some shit left about this whole Eugen thing with her, cause I don't know. Like,
well, if I check out comments, there are still people mad at her and stuff like this. Yeah, it's what do we expect? What you know how K-pop fans can be. We talked about it last week. Or I had a monologue about it last week. But let's not get into that. Yeah, it is the way it is. There are simply people who don't get what Mnet is doing there when they are building storylines like this. That this does not have to be like the reality or something like this. So that is that's maybe something really Mnet is just cutting smartly in a way. And we already talked about it when it happened back then. It also looked a bit strange, the editing of this whole situation. So in the end, this whole situation has never been as dire as Mnet tried to make it look like. And it looks like more and more people are either forgetting about it, or more and more people have realized what Mnet was doing, or more and more people simply don't care anymore. Either way, I like it.
Yeah, for me it's like, of course, when Mnet did it, and I guess you were kind of the same, it really led something. Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty much a bad taste when you're thinking about Fu Yanning there. And so it was for me, kinda. Even if we kinda already said, yeah, we don't know how it is, but still, it was shown, and so you are kind of thinking about it.
Yeah, you can shake it off 100%.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And now it's kind of for me. Yeah, she was more sympathizing over and over the last episodes. Like I don't know. I can say finally I kind of like her. So I would really enjoy her in a group.
The only thing that you can say about her is that she may be, for some people, too ambitious. Yanning isn't like hiding her ambition to get into the group, and she is working hard for getting into the group. If she gets a chance to display herself, to showcase her skills, she is taking it. And if you compare it to other people, to other girls in the show,
Shana.
it can make, not just overall, it can make her look a bit like arrogant, something like this, you know? But in the end, she is just, what I'm always saying, she's playing the freaking game, you know? She is using what she can to showcase her talents to get into the freaking group. And I highly respect that. And yeah, she really deserves the position she is at the moment.
Yeah, I mean she was still rising over the last episodes, kind of constantly, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And now she gets into or got into the top 9, and here next week we have to finally so it's just the next voting, and then it's already decided. So she's in a okay position, not decision. Let's see. But yeah, as I said, she is one of the girls where I would be kinder, or where I see the point to have her in a group, cause yeah, I guess as you said, she's really ambitious and she's kind of standing out there, and to have someone in a group standing out in some kind of parts of the girls would be really nice. And I say she's really standing out. So she is not that much. I don't know. Fuyaning is Fuyaning, and you can't really compare she with someone else, because she really shines her own color, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of own color, Shana.
Yeah.
The cutest, adorable thing
Hidden
in this
voice.
freaking show. The hidden voice of all hidden voices.
Yeah.
Number 7. Oh. Please get in the freaking group, girl.
That was super, super nice as well. She was in the mid ranking. She was 9, right?
Yeah, I think something like this. She was in the top 9, but barely. I think it was 9, yeah.
And after the mid ranking, she stepped up 2 ranks more. So in that week, she really stepped up a good game, and that's super, super interesting.
Even half a week. It wasn't even a whole week. Yeah, it's super cool. I'm so happy for her, and she deserves it so much. This adorable little. Aww.
She's so cute, literally. That's incredible. I mean, I'm kind of saying this every time over and over again, and I know I know you are kind of the same, because we I guess this was one of our first conversations where it was like I really like so if it comes to girls, so cute ones are pretty enjoyable, and you were kind of the same. We have still some different ways we are going in the direction of that whole genre, but so if we see cute girls, we're kind of
Girls are
there's
great.
high chance that we, and especially Shana, because Shana is a bit like the combination from what we both like, because I'm super I'm super likable to girls that are incredibly cute in nearly everything they are doing. You on the other side, you are super in love with just being cute in a natural way, and she is just acting natural, so she's just being herself, but being herself is 11 from 10 cute. That you don't have that you don't have it that often in K-pop, that you are naturally being so super adorable. Like, holy, shit. Everything she's doing. Mnet really showed her often in that episode. We already talked about it when we watched it. I remember something you said.
I mean, how couldn't you? Even the editors aren't love.
Right. You said something like, Mnet, if you show her so much, then finally, set her in the top
then
9.
at least rig her in the group. Mnet.
Yeah.
I swear, if she's not making it next week,
yeah, because it was kind of top 9 or top 8, and she was every time or every second frame she was shown, and
her
we were
reactions.
Like, oh damn! Now say her name.
Yeah, super cute.
And yeah,
number 6, Yurina. She's dropping. She's dropping and dropping and dropping. This time she is only J3. So the number 3 from the Japanese girls, which is kind of, it's interesting to see because Yurina, like, it's not like she's making any mistakes or something like this. It's just in the show, the way it is edited, she doesn't really play a big role anymore, you know? She's there, and I feel like Mnet is not giving her the chance at all to, like, gain new fans or something like this. It feels like the people who are voting for her now always voted for her, but the way Mnet is editing all of this, she has simply no chance to really gain new fans.
And she lost some.
Yeah.
And she lost some votes based on the voting rules that were changed. Cause that was, I guess, once when she fell really, really below. That was just, I guess, something from you can't vote that much anymore, or you have to decide. So yeah, is Yulina still in your kind of top 3 or stuff like that? And maybe many people are thinking, top 3, I don't see her there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's that's her fault right now.
Yeah. Let's see how this continues. I hope she's not falling too far. She still has 3 positions she can fall to. But please not more.
Yeah. Let's see.
Number 5, Eugen. That's your turn.
Eugen, yeah. I guess Eugen really stayed with her votes, and I guess not 100%, cause she won the Eugen won the O.O.O in her group, right?
Yep.
And she was shoot, right? Okay, she was shoot. I guess
she was shoot.
Okay, then she did not win that points. But she won the O.O.O, and that were 90,000.
Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 80,000.
80,000. Okay.
At least if I didn't forget one, but I think so.
So still 80,000 points. That is pretty much.
Especially when you think about how close all of them are. Like the top 9, top 2, the 2 to like 12 basically, or 13.
Yeah,
they are really close in votes. Like
many of them were just 100,000.
Yeah, apart. This is really.
And if you think about that, she got 80,000. That's kind of it's nearly the difference between one position. So I guess that, and that Yulina lost a bit more of her voters. I guess that's the most thing, cause I guess otherwise Eugen just stands her fans. Like, I guess the one that voted Eugen are still there, and still voting her as one of the top 3 was the last voting. Now I don't know what now happens if we go for the just. Oh, I'm super scared. I mean, I'm super scared. I don't know. Even Eugen can just drop out if she was kind of chosen as the second one by too many people.
Theoretically, yeah. Like you,
And that's
who doesn't vote for her anymore, you mean?
wow, wow. Oh, the instant, the instant backslash from what I did before. Yeah, well, I'm not thinking about it. I mean, that you just are putting it before my face right now is super hard because
I know.
I'm basically I wasn't really sad about it, and now I am.
Good. Why should I be the only one?
I swear if she, but yeah. I really hope she's making it. She's not the number 1 right now. Is she?
From Korea?
In Korean?
No.
No.
Number 2.
Taeyeon was before, right?
Yep.
Was a super surprising moment still when Eugen lost her first Korean position against Taeyeon. That was scary. I hope she's at least holding her second position in Korea. So from the Koreans. Yeah, I'm just. I think she needs it. She really needs it to be in this group. And I'm just telling to you right now. And I guess I'm. I need to overthink my votes again. Cause yeah, I want to clarify it here in the podcast. If I'm so, of course, my number 1 was still Suyeon, and of course, I would really love her to be in a group. But what I just realized right now, talking about it, is the thing. I guess Suyeon has few other ways if she wouldn't make it into the group. And it's more, or there are higher chances that she can be successful in other ways. I still think Eugen needed more right now than Suyeon to be in this group. Even if I want Suyeon more in the group. Because I see her in the group, but I guess Eugen needs it more.
Well, while you are thinking about this very hard decision that you have to make now, number 4, Hikaru. Hikaru is relatively consistent in her ranking. Overall, the number 4, pretty solid. There is honestly not much for me to talk about there. I'm happy for her. She's working really hard, and she is definitely also someone I would love to see in the group. So to see her camping there in this area, I'm quite happy.
She grew on me as well, especially after Snake, where some of the girls.
Clambo.
Especially after Snake, where some of the girls were really growing on me. I mean, Chen Xiaoting were growing on me.
Dish.
Hikaru as well. Oh, her rap! I really love her rap in this. In Snake, it's super cool. And I don't know if there's some. Is there someone?
My rap duo got killed.
Wu Yanning grew on me a bit more as well, on the side that I really liked her in that concept, and she really showed me skills of her there in that performance, and I really loved it. So I guess these three really grew on me more, and so I would be really, really happy if these three are in the group at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, Sakamoto Mashido. All I can say there is, I'm surprised. Both Mashido and Dion are girls that I'm surprised where all of this is coming from. Because I don't really see them in the show. I don't see them taking like much of a like many relevant roles. I don't see them being really present in the show. I don't see them like standing out much in performances, and yet they both manage to get positions 2 and 3 in the overall ranking, which is impressive. But yeah, when I just compare it to all the other people within the top 9, I do ask myself often what exactly the other people are seeing that I don't see. I sometimes
What
really
the
have
fuck
the
is
feeling.
wrong with you?
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with you? No. My question is really like, do you watch a different show than I do, or did you? No, just because I don't see them, like I was never able to build such a connection to those two, like other people obviously do.
You're just joining another dimension every time you start the episode.
Yes, it really feels like that sometimes.
Such a parallel episode.
Yeah, but yeah, still impressive. Number 2 and 3,
Yeah.
Mashido and Dion. And yeah, we will see
I-
how this continues.
I guess Dion was kinda cause her leadership in Ice Cream. I can still remember that.
Yeah, come on, it was
Course,
one episode.
Yeah, but I guess that after that it was the
Yeah,
time
but
where she was.
then I
going up.
ask you where's Border in the top 9?
Don't say that too
I didn't
loud
say that
right
I
now.
want it. I want a cherry bullet, but when you're coming with the leader shit, we got the prime leader right there in position 15.
Right now, Buddha is not out. Don't.
Yeah, Border
Say
is
it too loud.
Border's dangerous. Border is dangerous. But yeah,
Mnet is listening.
and we have number 1 with an astonishing gap between her and number 2 shouting.
Once again.
Wow.
Jeez. 4 million.
Like, this girl is escalating so hard. Like, her fans. Holy shit. Impressive.
So insane. Yeah, it's super impressive. Like, it felt like a bit, both of, like, when, more at the beginning, when we could vote hell numbers of girls. Yulina and Shouting were both on the edge of 5 million and 4.5 million. Of course, many votes cause we could vote many more people. But now it kind of felt like the one that voted Yurina are going to Chen Xiaoting, and Yurina are losing them, and Chen Xiaoting is kind of staying there because they are moving.
Yeah, it feels like they wanted a center, and they
Yeah.
were torn between Yurina and Xiaoting, and by now they're like, nah, Xiaoting is our center. Yeah.
Right. It kind of feels like that. Super sad for Yurina and at
True.
that position, but now, as we said, we could vote for just 3 girls, regardless of any country. And now it's even more going down. So we need to divide with 3 the votes again. So I don't know what to see. If she is still going to have 4 million, I swear no other person will have votes.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally.
She's gonna have all the freaking votes. All of them.
Yeah. Because we don't have that much to vote more. It's just one. We all have one vote. So it's.
So
I don't know.
So.
So
now
all persons of
you
mine,
have
no?
a completely different thing going on at the moment. Now that we talked about the rankings, let's also, as always, mention and pay tribute to the girls that did not. It always sounds so sad. They did not die. Okay, they're simply not in
Yeah.
the show anymore. But
They died.
they worked hard, and it's only right, in my opinion, to call them out once more. And praise them for their hard work. We have, from Japan, Kamimoto Kotone. From Japan, welcome back to Cherry Bullet, Mei. From China, fuck that shit, Chai Bing is out. From Japan, Kishida Ririka. From China, Tsu Xingyu. From Japan, Nagai Manami. From China, Chen Xinwei. And from Japan, Ikema Ruan. Those were the girls that did not make the cut for the finale. And yeah.
You already mentioned the Planet Pass?
We already mentioned the Planet Pass, yeah. If you want, we can
Okay,
talk about it again shortly.
I totally missed it then.
Yeah, we can talk about it shortly a bit.
Okay.
First, let's finish this. Yeah, Chai Bing. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. She was in my top 9 in my personal. Now she's out. Well, I hope for the best for her. Whatever she's going to do now, maybe joining, if she wants to continue K-pop, joining an agency and get into a new group. I'm really looking forward to it. Whatever she is going to do in the future, I will definitely observe that. Because, yeah, I was in love with her. I loved her.
Okay, I wasn't in love with her, but I appreciated her skills, and yeah, I kind of could see her, especially once again after Snake. I really like the rap duo of them, of both of them, so Hikaru and Chaibing. So imagine that rap duo in a group would be so cool.
Yeah, that was why I before said that my rap duo died in this episode.
Yeah. I mean, right now we have Hikaru. Is there another rapper in it?
I mean, Yanning can rap.
Yeah, true, she can.
Jungun,
Yeah.
you could also use as a rapper.
Jungun could already. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay.
But
yeah.
I'd prefer her as a vocalist, but she can also rap.
Right. I guess Yanning would fit it the most, but still, I would say Shaibing would give more as a rapper, because Yanning has good vocals as well, so she's kind of doing boss very well, and I could see her as a vocal more than a rap, to be honest. Personal. But yeah, let's see. That's pretty sad about her. About the death of Chai Bing.
Can we not call it death of Chai Bing? Can we not? This is not Squid Game.
Who drops out will get a headshot.
Seriously. Who thankfully did not get a headshot, but was just going back to her group. Mei.
Oh, it was. Oh, Jesus. That we still have. It's so insane how Mnet is dragging it through the whole episodes. And we are not even finished now. We have the thrill of them getting into the group since episode 1 until the finale. Mnet, I hate you. I know you're listening.
Yeah. Bora. Bora's still fighting. But, yeah. Finally, Mei can go back to Cherry Bullet. And now all we have to do is wait for Bora. Please, Bora, please. Don't.
Don't show your vocals. Just mess up.
Don't. Please come back to Cherry Bullet 2 and then give a freaking comeback. I need a freaking Cherry Bullet comeback now. It's about goddamn time. Yeah, May is out.
I mean, I have a little question. I don't know how this would work, but imagine Buddha is in an agency, yeah, and she has a contract with that agency, yeah. So like,
let's call
FNC.
it FNC. Yeah.
So, now she is from the entertainment going to Girls Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she is going into the top 9.
Yeah.
Can she say no?
Why the fuck should she?
Or is she direct to do this?
Well, first, Bora, no. FNC, maybe. Not Bora. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No. I don't think so. If she's in the group, then she's in the group. But I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the deal is that the girls can still be also part of their old groups. So then
that's super cool deal, by the way.
If I'm not mistaken, the Girls Planet group will then just continue in units and shit like this.
Oh, I'm so happy CLC is not dying.
Yeah, that saves CLC definitely.
Yeah.
So even if Bora would make it, it wouldn't be the end. But please, Cherry Bullet, thank you.
Yeah, please just don't, cause I don't know if they are thinking we just going to do comebacks with Bora, then we wouldn't have the amount of comebacks we wish for Cherry Bullet, cause she can't stand this.
That Cherry Bullet needs also.
Yeah. She just needs to go back to Cherry Bullet, and then they can do something like a 3-time comeback or something like that in a year. And I guess that needs Cherry Bullet.
Definitely. They need exposure.
If she is going to be in a group, especially the beginning of the group will be super, super, super hard for them. This means, like, if she's going into the group, I guess next year we are not getting a comeback with Bora then.
Not with Bora, no.
She will definitely have too much then. Maybe after 2-3 years, I can imagine then comebacks with her. But that's not what we want. So even if that really sounded good right now with her into the group, cause she can still do Cherry Bullet things. Nah, she's just a human. She's just a human. She can't. I don't know.
I mean, this would also be super exhausting for her because we know produced groups, they're going to be busy as fuck.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right.
And then to have like a parallel promotion with Cherry Bullet, I wouldn't want that for her.
No, definitely not. That's why Bora just dropped out them. Thanks.
Do you want to talk about one of the other girls dropping out? I personally don't have that much to say, unfortunately.
No, not really. Yeah, we have the Planet Pass, and
yeah, that would be the next thing then.
Okay, then let's talk about it.
All right, Planet Pass. The girl that was saved by it, which would have normally get kicked out of the show, is the Magne Gin Mia.
Right.
And I can understand why the Masters decided to keep her in there.
You mean like
with my incredible superpowers of seeing into the future, I foresee what would be the freaking reason.
And who would
mention it? Like, she's once in the freaking show again. And of course, Mia's so cute. She's so adorable. Tiffany. Dude.
That's hilarious how this fits.
To give this some context, when we watched it together, that's what basically was I was foreseeing it, that Tiffany would say that she was safe because she's so adorable and blah and blah. Yeah, and it turned out like this. Not my proudest moment.
It was just him telling like, I knew you, Tiffany. I knew
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I've known her now for so many years. It's just she can't surprise me anymore. But the thing
Yeah.
why this once again is a bit annoying to me is basically the same thing as with Xiao Ting, when everyone's always like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful and gorgeous," and yeah, she is, but there is more to this girl than just her looks, and there's more to Mia
Yeah.
than just her cuteness. Like, her performances are really always super well. Her facial expressions are on point. Her professionalism, despite her young age, is impressive. Her dance skill
Yeah.
is impressive. Um, and the only thing I would criticize on Mia is that I only know her through those cutie concepts in the
Good
show.
concept,
I
right?
have never seen her, if I'm not mistaken, in a concept which is maybe a bit more mature or at least not bubblegum cutish.
Yeah, I guess that's right, cause I guess she was Pretty You, Ice Cream, and Shoot.
Yeah.
And that are all cutie songs. And good for her, cause she maybe can show her strong side then. But yeah, we don't know what she's capable of if it comes to other concepts. And yeah, that's a pretty important thing for some people, maybe.
For me, for example.
Yeah.
Since we also don't know what like the sound of the group will be in the end, I doubt that it will be like full in your face cutie once the group debuts. So it would just be cool to
Yeah.
see it once, or what how she would do in other styles. But overall, I can absolutely agree with the Planet Masters that she is a great asset. That she can be even better with a bit more training. Even though my Planet Pass would have gone to Chai Bing, but well.
Yeah, I guess based on the one that dropped out, it would be Shibing for me as well, cause yeah, I saw the skill of her the most there.
Yeah. And for me, it's just like Chai Bing. If I go just with my personal top 9, Chai Bing was just perfect for the group. You know, she added a flavor that was needed there. Yeah. But well,
Then let's just talk about our top 9, I would say.
exactly. We'll jump right into that one. um, you can start if you want.
Okay.
Like,
So
do you
are we
want to
going?
rank it really, or
I mean, we can, cause we already did it, and I'm just need to talk it down, I guess. So
then let's
from
start
top
from
to bottom.
9.
From 9, so
Of
from bottom
course,
to top.
it's Mnet.
Okay, so on my number 9, I have Yurina. That's something we both are kind of different, cause you see more in her as I do, but I really see her place into the group, cause I think she really gives something nice, and vocal wise she. You already said this. She has a good voice to bridge some other voices, and I really would kind of see her into the group. She's a style that the group needs as well, I guess, in my opinion. Then my number 8 would be Huyaning. I really yeah, got kind of in love with her, what she's doing, and I really see her in a group, super. Yeah, she has her own colors. She is such a outstanding person. And yeah, I guess in the constellation I have right now, maybe she's going to rap. Because I guess if you have 9 members, that's not bad to have 2 rappers. So maybe I see a bit of her. I mean, I really like her rapping voice, cause she kind of has the deep voice and the charisma as well. Good for combining with Hikaru. My number 7 would be Yongun. For me, a bit someone who came a bit later to it. You were pretty fast on her. For me, it was pretty new. But right now, I really see her. Strange, especially in the last performance, You Plus Me Equals Love. I hate his name. I really loved her main vocal position there, and yeah, I really see her in the top 9. Then I have Chao Ting, and she, I mean, in Snake, she totally killed it. And for me, she kind of jumped in the middle of my top 9 with kind of just one performance, because she was super outstanding and is insanely an eye catcher, and she's kind of made for killing parts, I guess. Then I have on my number. Okay, I guess that was number 9, 8, 7, 6. Now it's number 5 now, right?
I guess.
I can count. And that one is Hikaru. I really enjoyed Hikaru very basically since the beginning, because I really saw her rapping skills, and I really loved her rapping skills, as well as her dancing skills. She had the dance performance with Suyeon together, and I just see her skills. I see why she's so much on top, and yeah, I really like her in the group. She is super small, like I guess 157. I mean, that's basically still a bit average for Asian girls, but yeah. I guess compared in the group, she's kind of small. My number 4 is Shana. She really climbed up as well, cause I mean, I saw the skills of her, because we talked about it every time in our podcast. And she's such a super cutie, but she didn't get that much screen time in the beginning, and she got more over the time. And after she got more screen time, I really enjoyed her personality even more, not just her skills. And that's why she really climbed up a huge amount. My number 3 is still Surichi. Still after the first performance, after snapping the debut stage, or debut? Nah, not debut, man. Demo stages. She's I was super amazed by her, and yeah, I don't know. She wasn't disappointing me once, really. So yeah, she's still there on top. My number 2, Yujin, was my number 2 the whole time. Like, I'm just a fan of Yujin from CC, so I really came biased to her in the show. Now I see more about her. I really can think she is capable of more things, and I guess if she has a bigger role in the group, she can pull this off. In CLC, she doesn't have this role to be a very important part. For song-wise or stuff like that. And I really would like to see her in a more present role. But yeah, let's see. And my number 1, Suyeon, as some wise man told me once, if you see a girl and you are kinda seeing her and it's something different about her, and your mind is telling you it's her, then you should go with her. Yeah, that happened
Amazing
with her.
Dude. That must have been.
That happened with her in episode 1. She kind of had like 4 5 screen times, so she really had a screen time at the beginning. And every time she was in the picture, I was like, "Damn, she is the one." And yeah, since then she's my number one. And I still say she's my number one. But we all know, guys, she's right now on position 17. And I guess we can say she's not getting the first top 9 place. For sure.
Except if Mnet. That's
And
all
that
I'm saying.
isn't doing it
That's
that
all
obviously.
I'm saying.
So yeah, that was my top 9. And now tell us please your top 9 from 9 beginning.
The interesting thing is that our top 9 is, when it comes to the people in it, relatively close to each other. I think there's one difference.
I know it.
The ranking within is pretty different.
Yeah.
So I will try to make it relatively short. But
Okay.
before I start that, I have honorable mentions of people that were in the group but did not make it.
Mhm.
Chai Bing, see you. Jungmin.
Oh man, why are you doing this?
Jungmin! Ah! Yeah.
Why you are doing this to yourself? I don't know. I can't understand.
Because she deserves the shout out. God damn it.
That's true.
Yeah. Those two were thrown out of my group because of reasons. Because other people did not vote for them. That's all I'm saying. No. Number 9 for me is Yujin. I like her. I think she deserves to be in the group, especially after the whole fuck up with CLC. She is definitely showing that she wants to continue being an idol, that she wants to shine now for herself. And I would like to see her doing that in the new group. Number 8, Fu Yanning. Fu Yanning, as I already said before, she is showing a determination which I highly respect, because this is exactly what I want to see within the group. Plus, she has the freaking skills to back that up. So, yeah, Fu Yanning, I'm rooting for you. Number 7, Izaki Hikaru. I think I don't have to say much about the Rambo girl. I want her to get all the Rambo parts in the upcoming group. I know she will nail it. She can do both charismatic and cute concepts.
Yeah. Definitely.
She is really an all-rounder in that regard. And especially her rapping is desperately needed in this group. Number 6, Junghoon, So Junghoon. Her voice, she has a really unique voice paired with really impressive dance skills, which I think would be really valuable for the group. She could also be used as a rapper, even though I would prefer those roles to be filled by Hikaru and Yanning. But Junghoon could really fill in a lot of places in the group where maybe other people are lacking, because she is a real all-rounder talent. So definitely need her in the group. Number 5, Yurina, Kawaguchi Yurina. You mentioned it before, what I said, I think, the last episode. Yurina is amazing when it comes to supporting the song in the vocals of a song. Not that I only want her to be like in the background or something like this, but she's amazing when it comes to bringing a harmony to a song. When it comes to connect the different strengths and voice colors of two people with each other. I don't know how she's doing that, but in every performance, every time when Urina's part of a group, the song feels just so much rounder because of the way she is connecting the different singers, and also she has complete, in my opinion, star appeal. She looks like an idol. She looks like someone who belongs on stage. Her stage presence also emits it. I mean, there's a reason why she has been the biggest, the biggest enemy in a way of shouting in the beginning. Um, she really has what it takes to be in a group, and she absolutely deserves it. Number 4, Kang Yeso. Kang Yeso, she has proven more and more and more that she's thirsty for being in a group, that she is much better than the reputation she and her group has, that she has the desire to prove the people what she's actually capable of, and that she is already and yeah, performing idol, because her skills are at least solid. Um, most of the skills are much better than that, and especially when she's performing on stage, there is just a professionalism on her, which I already mentioned today. The way she's playing with the facial expressions is something that is needed within the group, because there are also people in the group that are not as good as she is in that, so she can basically teach them. Plus, Yeso is also someone who can be in my group kind of like a second center. That can, in some songs, maybe take over the center part, or at least support the center, which would be in my group, position 3, Sheng Xiaoting. Xiaoting is, we already talked about it more than enough, so I'll keep it short. She is the complete, like, center package. She has the stage presence that is needed. She has the dance skill that is needed. She has also the vocal ability to blend in well with all the other girls within the group. And every performance where she is in the center, where she has a key position, like Killing Part or whatever, the song, or better, the performance, always shines much more than without her. So she is definitely set for me within the group. Number 2, Nonaka Shana, the hidden voice of all of the hidden voice. From the beginning on, since she performed Boombaya, I have been a huge fan of her. She unfortunately wasn't able to showcase everything that she actually can, but I am certain that her voice would be an amazing addition to the group, and especially as a main vocal. For me, she would be a main vocal that would be especially good in the high registers, and the rest I would kind of then add in or fill up with Yanning and Jungun. So I think that would be a really cool vocal trio that could improve and work with every concept that they would get. And number 1, Surichi, my girl, currently in a dangerous position, guys. Once again, just to remind you that there is a certain danger in the air. But Surichi is also someone who has this determination of working hard and giving her best, which kind of the same as Fu Yanning may seem her sometimes a bit distant or cold. Especially the expression that she often has reminds me a lot of G-Friend's Chinbi, or BBG's Chinbi, I should say now. Um, it is just this this kind of gaze which makes those people sometimes hard to approach. With what other or a lot of people sometimes mistake as arrogance or as being cold-hearted. But she's a really cool, talented, highly talented girl. She can both sing and dance super well. She also has the stage charisma that you need as an idol, and she's also able to take over killing parts, especially when it is about more charismatic concepts. She would be definitely a high contender for killing parts and yeah, centering. So that would be my personal top 9. Wish top 9.
Very, very, very cool.
So, as you see, in the end, our top 9s are pretty similar.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't really care about who is 1 and who is 9. In the end, I only care who is
Yeah.
in the group. So we
I
are.
mean,
Yeah, no, say.
basically, the one will be the center mostly. So
Yeah.
in that case, that's
Shouting.
maybe a wing. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise it's very, very. I don't know. It doesn't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I would also be really interested in knowing your top 9s, your current top 9s, before the finale is finally hitting. So let us know either in the comments or via the email address in the show notes. Please tell us. And yeah, after that happened, after we got the announcements of the girls, it was time for the girls to say goodbye to each other. It was they all started to come and hug each other and telling each other we will see us again. And just as they always do, once again, emotions, emotions, emotions. I wrote down hug, hug, hug. There was a lot of hugging going on. And yeah, as we already mentioned, from now on you are only able to vote for one girl. So you have to think really well about who you want to give your vote. And next week, guys, what is going to happen next week? Well, there will be a new, probably, I'd say, pre-debut song.
Yeah, it's a finale song.
Yeah, the finale song, just like, for example, in season 1 with Crush. And the song name is Shine. We didn't hear that much of it, but what we already heard sounded pretty good.
Yeah,
I think you're also the same opinion.
Yeah, it will be kind of a good concept for a girl group, for pre-debut, for debut, something like that. It will be a bit more in the girl pop direction, I would say. Where it's going a bit more there. I'm not don't think it will. I don't know. From that what we heard, would you say it's going to be a cute concept, or would it be a bit something else?
I don't think cute necessarily. I do believe that there could be cute elements within the choreography for the song. Or also outfit-wise, you could make it a bit cuter, but the song itself is not really cute per se.
Not really cute. That's the thing. But it's not teen crush worthy as well. So I'm super. Yeah. But maybe it's going to be one of
popish.
Yeah,
it's a really bright one.
Yeah, it could be a bright dance pop, girlish song, something in that direction. And the name, of course, fits the whole theme. Yeah, so Shine is I don't know. I'm not surprised by the name of the song, because this whole galaxy and stars are shining and stuff like that. I mean, it's relatable. I'm curious what they are talking about in the song, what the lyrics are.
Yeah, they're all going to come together and shine like a star.
Stop it!
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. At least unless you start thinking about what a star is, like a giant burning piece of gas
Yeah, you're
gas
right.
ball with nuclear fusion within. It loses a bit of its appeal when you think
Mhm.
about it like that. But no, I really like the song name Shine.
Yeah,
Also, yeah, I think you can probably already tell what the lyrics are going to be about.
yeah,
It's going to be
definitely.
really uplifting and talking about the struggle, but in the end, if you're working hard, you can shine, blah, and stuff
Yeah,
like this.
I can imagine something like in the lyrics, "We are stars, and now we are ready to shine," or something like that. It will be super
I mean,
super.
we already have in the Signal song, "You're gonna be my star."
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's nothing new with the star theme.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to it. Also, guys,
Yes.
don't forget next week the finale, the final episode. We will also get the group name Eclipse here. um, really curious how this is going to be. If I once again going to sit there like, well, I will have used to that one, like
But wait,
it's most of the
you
time.
you just called it wrong. It was Eclipse.
No, no, no. You made that abomination that is Eclipse. I'm distancing myself from that shit. I want to make that once again perfectly clear. Yeah, but that was it with the episode. But as always, we have for the grand finale of this episode the most important segment of this entire podcast, the one you're always waiting for the most, and I know it. It's time for Fashion with Jingoo. And boy, did we get content today.
Yeah.
Which
I
outfit do you want to start with?
I'm going to avoid it. Practically the one thing. So of course I'm starting with the first outfit, cause
The blue
I
one.
need to I need to avoid the other one.
It's not going to get avoided, boy.
So we have the kind of jeans outfit. Was it jeans? I don't know. I need a picture of it
I
again.
have absolutely no clue if this was G. I don't think so. I think it was just blue.
But yeah, but it was it looked like jeans. That
Yeah,
what I
it
wanted
looked
to say.
like it only consisted of jeans patches.
Right.
And
It looked like exactly this kind of. Oh Jesus!
I want
I'm
to
so yeah.
quote. I think it was Shana. When he entered, wow, he is like a rapper today.
Shana,
Yeah,
you got me.
yeah,
Shit. Oh,
yeah.
Shana just killed killed the whole K-hip hop scene with one sentence.
Yeah.
Good job,
And how
Shana. Good
badass
job.
is that?
Well, okay, yeah, I can imagine that some of the K-hip hop artists are kind of have clothing like that. It's not looking good. First, it's really once again ugly. What is this?
Another
These
thing,
patches like
something that really
pattern.
pisses me off, besides the patches, is that this jacket is not long enough to cover the t-shirt underneath. The t-shirt is like longer than the jacket, which
Yeah.
so you have this area of pure white between the jacket and the pants, which have both the exact same pattern. Um, ah,
So what I have to say here, I see the point. I see once the point what they have planned to do, and I say this could have worked with another jacket. They wanted kind of to do, you have on the top, you have this jacket, kind of jeans. Then you have the white T-shirt. Then you have the pants, jeans again, and the shoes are white. So it looks like it looks fitting, but it still looks ugly.
the thing is, I have a pretty easy solution for that. Take a freaking jeans jacket.
And the jeans?
Yeah.
Mind blown.
I mean, it's not that hard.
Right.
Plain
If
jeans jacket.
Yeah.
Boom.
I guess if this would have been a jeans jacket and just jeans as pants, that would be amazing. I'm not going to say amazing.
I wouldn't have been
but
a fan of it either, but
more.
it would have been
would have
worlds.
a little fan. I would have been a little fan. I mean, I'm not a fan of jeans at all. I think jeans sucks. But
that's not true.
I'm pretty alone there. I know that. I'm pretty alone in this world, but I'm not going to hide myself for that. Earlier, when I was a kid and a young teenager, I was only jeans. I don't know what happened. And yeah, so I see the point where this outfit is coming from, but what the fuck? So the idea is cool, but who chose, once again, the designer of this jacket and the pants? Who was the designer? I just want to. I'm not saying this, but
the thing, why do those outfits always have to be so freaking distracting?
Yeah, right.
Like, just because you're putting a plain white shirt under it doesn't mean that it's losing its distractionness. Like,
right.
That doesn't help me at all when the jacket itself, like the pattern, is such a clusterfuck.
It really would have looked cool if this would be a just black jacket and a black pants. This would have been looked pretty cool, I guess. But in this case, Jingoo,
it sucked.
That's harsh.
If you are a rapper, mate, I don't want to listen to your shit.
Yeah, and so I don't know where we are going, cause this was definitely not a good outfit, and I guess the one before that wasn't a good outfit as well.
No, but if you thought it can't get worse, oh boy, how wrong you were.
I already said this to one of our honorful listeners and comment writer when we were talking about Jingoo coming in for the elimination announcement. I was just sitting in the call. I was just I don't know. I was just turning my chair with me 180 degree is great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like okay. And I was just clapping. I don't know if you could hear this in Discord, but I was just clapping. So and I am not 100%. And after that, I was laughing crazily, and I was belting. That's not something new, cause you guys need to think about it. Sorry, I'm just looking at it right now. It's really hard to talk while looking at it. When he's coming in, it's every time for us like it's a surprise, you know? It's kind of like Christmas, and you open the present, and in the presents, after you told with your family you want the PlayStation 5 or something like that, you see socks in there. Something, and of course, when you open the present, you are like, okay, what is it? And Jingoo came in, and what was the present? What did we get?
The thing is, no gift has ever made me as pissed, as disappointed, and as angry as that shit. And I once got like really, really ugly boxer shorts for Christmas. I still remember that moment vividly.
Okay.
Like it's those typical Christmas ugly sweaters.
Yeah.
I got that, but as boxer shorts.
What?
Yeah.
Which age you were?
14.
Oh,
And
damn.
yeah, it was my aunt, and I was looking at the gift. I was looking at her, and I was seriously asking myself, okay, how the fuck are you telling her now that she is the biggest disappointment in your entire life ever, without destroying Christmas for everyone? But even that
Yeah.
was not as bad as that shit right here.
Yeah. Definitely not. This is a new level. This is next level.
I mean, the combination of this leopard pattern with this slightly shiny jacket and those buttons, those golden shining buttons, and oh god, this ugly ass ring on his head. This is just a clusterfuck once again. I sometimes really feel like the fashion designers of Jingoo are like really bad math students, you know? Like, in the past was always like, yeah, well, negative and negative is positive, right? But this doesn't work in clothing, you know? If you just put shit to shit to shit to shit, it doesn't mean that it's like a super positive in the end. This doesn't work like this. This is not an equation that is working in real life with real life fabric and fashion. And every time when I see Jingoo in outfits like this, and then look him in his face, we were like, dude, you could be so freaking beautiful, man. You know? If you would just like take a blanket and throw it around you, you could be such a beautiful man. But you have to choose to dress with the shit that your stylists are giving you, which is completely distracting from all your positive assets, and only leave the shit.
You have a kind of a picture when he joined the room. So of the whole outfit of him, do you have
No, I
something
don't
like
have
that?
pants. I only have the upper part.
Okay, the upper part and so what of I'm just sending you a picture, yeah.
Send me.
So if you haven't seen this, when you joined, you really see the leopard thing, what this is meant to be, right? And it's swinging when he joined in, and this is not okay.
You mean the scarf kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's longer than his jacket. Kind of swinging before his Okay, we skip here, and
Maybe this is supposed to be some kind of leash, so you can just drag him away from the stage if an emergency occurs. I'm not sure. But
guys, if you don't have seen this, just literally just look up the 1 second when he joined the room.
it's this whole outfit is a complete fallout. Like, absolutely.
Like literally this leopard thing itself, that's really annoying me. Well, I don't know. I would see him more likely in a whole leopard one size jumpsuit than in this shit here. And
He would be adorable in such a jumpsuit.
Yeah. And this jacket on top, this shining, and it's shining pearls in the pattern of like I don't know what the pattern really is, but
Ugly.
kind of yeah, it's about lines, like there are lines from top to bottom and from left to right, and it's over the whole jacket, and
it's basically like a chessboard.
really, really kinda. And if chess would look like this, I would burn the game out of it, out of the world, literally. But literally, I'm not burning Jingoo just cause his face still is beautiful.
It's amazing.
Otherwise,
dude. It's amazing, dude. If dressed properly, I would understand the girls always going crazy whenever he enters. But
this literally, he has such a beautiful face. Literally, this man, amazing. And we are talking about this over and over again. And we are going to talk over and over again that he's not getting uglier cause of the outfits, of course. So his face not. His whole appearance, of course, it's going uglier, especially if we have the really, really worst case outfits. But this time, I don't want to look at his. I don't even want to look at his face, cause this just the thing about his neck and all this is just making me so mad. And I can't. I can't. I would. No, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't cancel my job as an MC before I wear this. But I wish he would cancel it before getting into this outfit. But I can understand.
In my opinion, still just give him a blanket and throw it over him. Better than everything he has worn in this stupid show.
Make him it's like Caesar or kind of like that, and just give him a blanket. He is putting it around his bottom body, torso, right? And then maybe on the top he's just wearing nothing. Okay.
You want him to go topless?
Yeah.
Dude, the girls are going to die.
But
you see the reactions in those outfits.
In that moment, I would understand it. So that's good. I would understand if they are going down then. So like I would going crazy a bit maybe as well, but this is really the worst. And now I'm saying this. I mean I said when we watched it, I said I'm going to say this anymore. But on the other side, we are still in a real world, and these outfits are done by or are made by humans, I guess. I
wouldn't bet money on it.
And humans have their limits, and I guess I already said it last time. I know, guys. But I guess here, finally, once again, this must be the limit. It can't get more worse. It can't get worse. It can't.
Mnet, you heard it. I have high hopes for you for the finale. I want the ugliest piece of shit clothing that you have ever created, mankind has ever created, to be presented by Jingoo in the finale. I have really high hopes for that. We have to end this podcast with like the absolute pinnacle of ugliness in fashion with Jingoo. Everything else will be a disaster. I don't care about the group in the end, honestly. I want fashion with Jingoo to end with an ugly ass bam. That's what I want. So Mnet, work on it. And guys, that was it for today's episode of the AyoGG podcast. Today, in an XXL episode, the way it looks like. I hope you enjoyed it.
And the next one isn't getting...
We will see. We will see. Next time, guys, you will get the grand finale of both Girls Planet 999 and the AyoGG podcast in the Girls Planet Special Edition. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast until now, and I hope I see you next time to the next video, to the next podcast episode, Force of Habit, I'm sorry. Which, will be the grand finale. Oh my god. So thank you for your attention.
I'm so excited.
And bye. Same.
Bye.